Hello, everyone. My name is Don, the movie reviewer, and today we're going to be talking about Crawl.
You need to go now.
I'm not leaving you here.
Crawl is a movie that is directed by Alexander Aja, and Alexander Aja is a man who is known to make goofy movies. I looked this up on IMDb, and I just discovered this information. So, the list goes on like this. High Tension, which he made in 2003, which I thought that movie was quite good. It was bizarre and had a nice moment at the end. Next on this list, he made The Hills Have Eyes in 2006. This is the remake of the Wes Craven original. And I don't care for either one of those movies because they're both disgusting, and The Hills Have Eyes remake is just even more gross, so no thanks. It's okay. Then he made Piranha 3D in 2010. And Piranha 3D he also made a movie called Horns in 2013 starring Daniel Radcliffe, and I have not seen that movie. Now, after making all of these goofy movies, Alexander Aja is back with another one. At first, I did not want to see this movie. When I saw the previews for it, I said, man, looks okay. But the amount of press that this movie is receiving is astronomical. The only reason I saw this movie is because the amount of press that it received. And is the praise real or is it fake? I wanted to know, so I went to the theater to find out. The main thing that intrigues me about this movie is the art department, the visual department, the special effects department, and the stunt department. All of those aspects, the technical aspects in this movie, are fantastic. When we see a character get hurt, it feels real. I was squirming in my seat. There was one scene where these two officers were trying to save this girl and her father, which we'll get to. But these officers showed up, tried to save them, and then these creatures, they showed up and they started chowing down on one of the officers, and then there was this shot from above where we could see all of these gators coming in and just ripping the guy apart, and then his head was taken clean off his body. I was just squirming so eagerly. It was intense. We have Kea Scordilaro in here, and she plays Haley. And Haley is a character who is an apex predator.
Bobby Roode was... Oh, wait a minute! Oh! Randy Orton! Where'd he come from? An RKO out of nowhere!
She is a very determined woman because her father, who is played by Barry Pepper, his name is Dave. Dave is a man who pushed his daughter to the maximum amount that she could go to. He wants his daughter to go the distance, and she's always went the distance her entire life. And as she got older, it created this rift between her and her father. So I would say that as goofy as this movie is, it has a lot of heart because we feel Haley and her emotional relationship with her father through flashbacks and the interaction moments that they have together when they're trying to escape these creatures. And Dave is also an apex predator himself because he goes through so much punishment in this movie. It's insane. The insane amount of punishment that he received is, I don't know if I'd be able to handle that. I'd be like, just shoot me. So seeing and how strong Dave is and his willingness to keep progressing forward and not giving up, you can see how that was implemented in his daughter. And then there was a nice moment in here where Dave and Haley were talking, but then he was pushing her and she replied with, well, you don't even know me. I wish the movie would have just built on that a little more because it's all confined in this house. my verdict for this movie is that it is good. It is a good movie because of the amount of heart that it has, and it's making me care about these characters. So watching them go through their situations, it feels goofy because it's these gigantic creatures that have no explanation. They're just there. And it's intense, but then there are some moments where Haley is doing some things and she's like putting, the gators' heads in crates and she's moving around two gators, and it felt a little fake. It's too much, but I mean, it's these giant creatures, so you just let it go, but it does feel a little goofy. I think they could have played up on these creatures attacking people, sneaking up on them a little bit better instead of them just popping out and then it's all like an action scene. They're starting to bite and all this stuff, and so it kind of went on a little bit and it's a little goofy and it's boring, but I love the amount of heart in here with Haley and Dave. It has all of these great elements in it, with the acting, with the amount of heart it has, with the visual effects, the stunts, the special effects, the art department, all that stuff. Technical aspects, fantastic. Acting, fantastic. Even though the story is a bit silly and goofy, it has a lot of heart, and so I enjoyed this movie. It's good, and that's all I have to say. So as always, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you next time.